Hi guys. So I just have a couple of things to say. It's not going to be very long because I'm really sleepy. And so the other day we were playing in rain, playing tennis in the rain, and I just made a really logical observation through a very physical thing, and I thought I'd just let you know. So क्या हुआ ना कि it was really rainy, like rain like 3 4 days पहले, and we decided चलो खेलते हैं शाम को, ठीक है. So the court was all wet, पूरा बारिश पड़ रहा था, and like it wasn't raining very heavily, but drizzle हो रहा था और बीच बीच में थोड़ा तेज पड़ रहा था, but we continued playing, ठीक है. So the court was really wet, obviously because rain, बारिश, okay. So all of the time, um, like I tested my shoes कि स्लिप नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, नहीं. एकदम अच्छे से देखा कि नहीं कुछ नहीं हो रहा है स्लिप. एक दो बार स्लिप हुए cause of the leaves, but बाकी ऐसे कुछ नहीं. The shoes and the coat was all fine, ठीक है. So even after that, after testing everything, and मतलब हर चीज प्रिकॉशन लेने के बाद I couldn't really unlock my full potential on the wet coat cause like बोल सकते हैं I was somewhat resisting, like पूरा नहीं दे पा रहा था. I was scared, मैं precaution ले रहा था, like I wasn't running पूरा अच्छे से, and मतलब there was a sudden, like there was a conflict in my mind कि पूरा movement चाहिए भी, एकदम हर बॉल को रीच करना भी, और पूरा फ्रीली भाग भी नहीं पा रहा था मैं, like so there was a constant conflict in my mind, ठीक है. And cause of that, एक बार क्या हुआ, I got hurt, like I pulled a vein or something in my thigh, उसके वजह से, ठीक है. उस टाइम मेरे को पूरा समझ गया ये मेरे वजह से हुआ है, cause of the extra useless precaution I was taking, or being scared, या कुछ भी. You can just name it anything you want, cause तुम्हें समझ गया अभी क्या है वो. तो so I just thought कि maybe in our lives we a lot of times we hurt ourselves while in the process of hedging, या बोल सकते हैं कि not trying to not hurt ourselves, like even in the times when there's nothing, you don't need to do anything, but still you try to hedge your feelings, yeah, you try to save your feelings, yeah, you try to protect your feelings or anything like that, and you start doing some things, or and then there's a constant conflict because your mind is like कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं, but फिर भी you're just resisting yourself. So it just, in the process you hurt yourself, like जो तुम नहीं करना चाहते तो तुम खुद से कर ले, you hurt your own self in the process, ठीक है. So that was really interesting. And then after that comes a very long list of regrets, like each one of us have surely got a lot of regrets in our lives, and like if we start thinking about them, sometimes it gets really long, बहुत बड़ा list बन जाता है, like you can even rank it. But the real thing is कि जब मैं ऐसे कभी कभी सोचता हूँ कि like do I regret doing this, do I regret this happening to me, do I regret that, do I regret going to that place, do I regret talking to that person, but हमेशा then my mind is like कि no, nah, no, I don't regret, I don't regret this, ऐसा हो जाता है. Cause it just justifies everything, like कि it's an experience, it's so one of a lifetime experience. तुम्हें समझ गया कि अगली बार कैसा है, ऐसे लोग होते हैं, ऐसा चीज होता है, ये नहीं करना है, ये करना है. So in my mind it's हर रिग्रेट कैंसिल करते जाता है हमेशा. Then there's like just one or two वैसे regrets कि yeah, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, I should have done this, I should have done, like one or two, एकदम छोटा. And maybe in my life, personally speaking, in my life there would be more regrets of not doing things, I don't regret. Like, I don't think any of us would regret doing things like trying out things, trying on new things, or doing crazy stuff. But I regret sometimes I regret not doing something at some time, or not going to somewhere, or something like that, like not doing something. So yeah. So yeah. So while on the topic of regrets, ठीक है, so I don't think कि तुम्हें भी ऐसा कुछ ऐसा you should regret anything that you have done or that has happened to you. Like, it doesn't make sense to have regrets, because yeah, obviously it may be really bad, it may be the worst thing, but um you cannot help it now. So why don't you just trick your mind into thinking like it's an experience? Like, I mean, I don't think I've tricked my mind, but I actually believe it, because मतलब I actually believe it कि हाँ, it was an experience. It has strengthened me. Yeah, it has matured me. Yeah, it has helped me grow as a human being, as a man, as anything, as a family member, as a friend, as a brother, as a son, ऐसा कुछ भी कैसा. So I think the only regrets you should have is when you hurt yourself, when you hurt your own self. That should be in your regrets list, key, because you cannot explain that. That's not an experience. That's not an experience you should have. That's really bad. And also when you hurt others, तुम उसको भी बोल सकते हो, like um you get nothing when you hurt someone else, when you hurt your uh, anyone, like stranger, friends, family, close ones, anyone. You really get nothing out of it. So I mean, yeah, those two things you can put in your list of regrets. I mean, no, still no point, but yeah, just to remember yours, and just to remind yourself, ki, yeah, those two things are in the list of my regrets, box of my regrets, and I should not repeat it again. तो हम ऐसा बोल सकते हैं. So yeah, so whenever you think about those things, just stop yourself from repeating it again. And you know, if there was a scale from 1 to 10, yeah, so what would you rate yourself patience के context में? तुम्हें कितना patience है? How patient are you? Personally, I would rate myself like hard 2 or 3, like one being the lowest, 10 being the total patient insan pura, because I cannot wait. I have no waiting power, no patience, nothing, कुछ नहीं है मेरे अंदर. I seriously cannot wait for anything, and I really want everything really quick. And sometimes sometimes it kills me from inside, and like my insides scream, ऐसा बोल सकते हैं, because it's really it's like कि I want it fast, I want it quick, क्यों इतना मेरे को रुकना पड़ रहा है, वैसा हो जाता है. I mean, it's not like I was given everything I wanted through my childhood. Like, no, I wasn't spoiled. I was a normal kid. Normal बच्चे जैसे ही मेरे को रखा है सबने. I was never spoiled. But I don't know where it comes from. But yeah, because it's really tough to be patient and understanding when yeah, I can say that. I mean, it's unrelated to this, but it's really tough to be understanding when the other person, like understanding, तुम हमेशा कोई दो parties होते हैं, एक तुम और एक सामने वाले. So it's really tough to be understanding when the other person is not. I'm not talking about romantic relationships. I'm talking about normal चीजें. मैं जो भी बोलता हूँ, just don't take it romantically and all. बस मैं जो भी बातें आई हैव नो रोमांटिक इंटरेस्ट इन माय लाइफ, सो जस्ट छोटा सा तुम एक उतना में मत रहो, ब्रॉडन करो अपना नॉलेज, ब्रॉडन करो तुम अपना पूरा वो हर चीज, एंड just look at like don't just always like हर चीज में applicable है यार, don't just limit it to love and relationships, like तुम्हारा दूसरे रिलेशनशिप में भी रहेगा, like your family, your friends, your close friends, your best friend, या और your grandparents, या कुछ भी ऐसा, your brother sister, anything, सब में ये सब चीजें applicable होता है, so just keep an open mind यार, keep an open mind. So yeah, I guess the insides of me really scream when, like, yeah, I mean it's not the inside of me scream, I really want to scream in those moments, but I cannot, and I have to just suck it up एकदम anger अंदर लेना पड़ता है बस शांति से, and I know I cannot act out, I cannot, like, yeah, uh, when, like, I don't think I have ever lashed out पब्लिक में, या पब्लिक भी नहीं, मतलब like in a group setting, like बहुत सारे लोग हैं and I've lashed out because I really feel uncomfortable, and I don't really want to hurt someone else, and I think about that a lot, I think about reputation and all, but people around me have people around me have lashed out in public, like close, एक family में समझ लो, वैसे में समझो, and I find it really embarrassing and very senseless, because there's no point in lashing out at your close ones, like especially your close ones in public, and uh, saying bad things or something like that. And like, yeah, there's no point because you're just hurting someone else. And yeah, चलो ठीक है, हम समझ सकते हैं that something may have struck a vein in your, या कुछ भी यार, कुछ भी तुम्हें ऐसा गुस्सा आ गया रहेगा सुन के उनके बाद, but if their intention was bad, then you can just acknowledge करो कि हाँ तुम गलत बोल रहे हो, तुम acknowledge नहीं बोल सकते हैं उसे, या तुम उसे एड्रेस करो कि नहीं दिस इज रियली रॉन्ग, तुम्हें ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए, बट लैशिंग आउट एंड स्क्रीमिंग या कुछ व्हेन समवन इज जस्ट मेकिंग फन बीइंग प्लेफुल वैसा कुछ, देन there is no point in that. Then you have got some issues with yourself, and you may need to ask yourself कि why did it, like obviously तुम lash out करने के टाइम तो उतना नहीं सोच पाओगे, so after you have lashed out, after you are alone in your room, you should ask yourself some things ki why was I so angry and annoyed by certain thing while the other person was just making some jokes या कुछ वैसा बोल सकते हैं, because it's really embarrassing for everyone, like not just you and the other person but everyone around you, ठीक है. So I guess in order to grow you have to ask some things to yourself, because hurting someone else with your words is far more worse than hurting someone physically. Like I'm not comparing both of them, but yeah, in my views, like yeah, like words are really heavy and they stay in your mind, stay in your heart, stay in your brains for a really long time, longer than the scars and everything. So yeah, so वो सही लिखा है जो भी लिखा है कि a pen is mightier than a sword. Like it's actually true, cause and that's why we need to be really careful with our words all the times, every time, especially when we are trying to hurt someone, cause yeah, in the short term we really would want to hurt them, like हमारा इमोशन बोल रहा रहेगा no, attack attack attack, हमारा डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म एक्टिवेट हो गया अटैक करने को, but we should also remember that in the long term the words won't disappear, words हमेशा उनके दिमाग में रहेंगे, and how you deal with it, because I remember some things that, मतलब it's just like that कि yeah, words stay a lot of long, मतलब words stay for a really long time, ठीक है. That being said, um there was this certain, ऐसे पता नहीं मैंने this Monday, I wrote in my notes. It goes like ki, be free and don't be a slave. Like I don't know what was I feeling when I wrote this, and I don't know the backstory to this, but I mean it's true. Like be free and don't be a slave. Don't be a slave to anything. तुम जो करना है तुम्हें वो करो and be free, I guess. So yeah.